Welcome back to more Final Fantasy VII. Strife and Leigh are here, and we're going to try to do stuff with our recording. So, we're going to try and do it so where Leigh doesn't sound like shit on my end while we're recording, because it's been bugging the both of us, because Discord is dumb, and we're trying something different, which means I have to actually edit stuff. Oh no! But I'm going to try anyway.
Don't worry, I'm holding your hand through it. It's painless.
Yes. People know I don't edit it for shit. But we're going to try and do things like make the videos louder, because I've noticed that's a thing in my videos. So there's a site for that. Try and get Leigh's audio on her end to not sound like shit when it's coming through my end. So she's going to record a version of her own audio and mine, so we both don't sound like shit. So we can get everything to work. So actual content with actual quality. Doesn't it sound amazing? I feel special. But we'll see how that works. Anyway,
my god.
But yes, Discord makes her sound like sounds like shit, and every second line cuts out, and it's really bugging us when we're rewatching it. So, yeah, we're trying to fix that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it has been bothering me because I am told that I sound really cute, but not when I'm in his videos.
Yeah, and nobody's mentioned it in comments, which is fine and it's fair, but I'm sure it's like an ingrained thing. Because I think we're harsher critics on ourselves. I mean, people are that way in general. But yes, I'm just showing off some stuff I'm doing. Check this shit out. Confusion, stop and petrify with /all. Ooh, fucking Christ, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I've got limit breaks, because I spent an extra time leveling up and spent 10
that's what I
hours
was trying to tell you.
Well, not 10 hours.
Guess what I did on my Final Fantasy VII playthrough?
We didn't talk about that, did we?
No, you kind of kept talking about what you were talking about.
Yeah, because I tend to do that because I'm dumb.
So, what I did was, after I stopped my stream the other night, I kept playing for a little while, and I mean a little while. I basically spent time with all 5 characters that I have, getting all of them to their first level 2 limit breaks.
Also, this is the Chocobo that we got from not racing anything, and it's as good as any Chocobo I've ever had.
So, I think it's a she, isn't it?
Yes, Maya.
She's amazing.
Yes, 158 and 999. The best I've ever done, I think, was breeding 2 gold Chocobos together and getting like 180, 160, 169 or 170. This is damn close. But yeah, leveling up all the stuff is good. Because it means you don't have to do anything extra. Because that's the thing that sucks when we're trying to record and I'm like, why haven't we done this or done this? It's because like I'm at work or we're busy, or it's like.
And I've been
something that I've noticed is that I can't hold a controller as long as I used to because, wrist issues and shit. So I try to not play as much as I used to and just YouTube everything. Because that's the thing people don't recognize is streaming or content creation does take a physical toll. Mm-hmm. Holding a controller is not the same at 35, 40, 45, or 50 that it was when we were 10, because human wrists don't work that way.
Also, hands grow.
Yeah, and I broke my wrist as a teenager. My brother and I were just wrestling on at home, and I fell down on my wrist, and my wrist has been weaker ever since. So it's not that I don't want to play all the time. We do like long recording sessions and shit, but it's like whenever I'm taking breaks, it's because, hey, I want to stand up. I want to get some food. I want to rest my hands, shit like that. And I play like rhythm games too, right? So there's always like,
yeah.
I noticed, like for Miku or specifically the Taiko game, like I don't button mash anymore. You'll notice that on the Final Fantasy VIII playthrough, I didn't button mash or use boost at all.
Oh, I remember.
I was protecting myself, because that was one of the reasons my wrist gave me issues a couple months ago. Was I was playing Taiko, then I went to work, trying because you would think hanging, like most of the stuff, hanging boxes, hanging shirts, hanging whatever, sounds very menial and boring. But your body has to be able to handle the rigor of doing tasks. And I think people forget that. That's why I want to do like a podcast on like gamer health and, gamer fitness and
Are
things.
you able to get the Chocobo away from the wall?
Probably. I just haven't had the need to do it.
Because that's something I've noticed on my Steam version. I cannot. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's not fully compatible with a controller or not, but when I'm trying to do Chocobo races, I cannot get my Chocobo away from the wall to save my life.
Also, look at that. It's like not even they're not even halfway done yet.
I know.
Yep.
We've got time until the race is over.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that also has to do with getting along and intelligence, I think, because if your Chocobo isn't intelligent, it's not going to listen to you. It's going to be those Final Fantasy X Chocobos where you're trying to tame them, but they keep going against the wall. I fucking hate that side quest.
I don't even remember that side quest.
But yes, for people not in the know, you have to race 3 races, and you will gain a rank, and the Chocobos will be harder and harder. You will also have the unenviable task of facing Joe, who has his cheating Chocobo on steroids, known as Teo, a black Chocobo. So you want to be careful that he's not there.
But if you get to... If Joe is there with his black Chocobo, you're going to have a very hard time winning that race.
Yeah, so you just want him to basically sniff your butt the entire way, so you just don't want him to pass you ever.
And Teo's stats will always be better than yours. Even though your stamina can only top out at 999, Teo's will, if you have a full 999 stamina, Teo's stamina will say something like 1028.
Yeah, it's like 1249 or something. But you want to do this because you get stuff like Final Attack and Counter and Magic Counter and all sorts of fun junk. So what we're doing is we're going to manual. Oh yeah, I can go to the middle anytime. I just didn't do it. You turn on manual. You'll hold the R1, R2 buttons, and then you speed up with square. And then if you absolutely need to, which you don't unless you have to face Teo, you can boost with circle. You can see I don't need to boost anything. But as far as I said, what's been going on, and I think we're our own harshest critics, and I think that's true for anyone who wants to create anything. Like, I'm super lazy most of the time, as noticed, but even I have issues with things that I don't like. Say the videos are a little lower than, say, most YouTube videos, because I'll watch a YouTube video on another channel and be like, what's going on? So you were nice enough to link me to a site that apparently can change the volume without changing the content of the video.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we're gonna try and do is finagle around this video as a test to put a different audio file over this video when we're done recording, and hopefully it'll sound better and we don't cut out, because that's what's happening with Discord. We didn't know that this was going on until, like, what, 15 episodes in? 20 episodes? I mean, we knew.
It was there, but it just started getting worse as it went on.
Yeah, you told me, like, on your streams, this does not happen.
No, my streams sound really good. Because I've gone back. I mean, I'm not, like, not to toot my own horn or anything here, but I go back sometimes and I listen to my streams just to make sure I'm not having audio problems.
Yeah, and that is a good policy. Like, not everybody could do it because of timing, right?
Yeah, so what I do is I just listen to, like, random sections of my streams. I don't even sit, because sometimes I stream for hours. So I'm not going to sit there and just take a whole chunk of my day to listen to a full stream that I did. I'll just go to random parts of it and listen for, like, 10 minutes at a time to see how my audio is doing. And if I notice issues, then I work to fix it.
Yeah,
and one thing that
was this happening in 8? Because I don't remember it happening when we were...
It wasn't really happening in 8 that much. Like in 8, we still sounded good, and I didn't sound as bad as I sound now.
Yeah, because we noticed it like really early in this playthrough, and it was just like, what the fuck's going on? It took us until like last week until we actually questioned it and be like, it's Discord.
Yeah, I mean, because we sat there and we did some tests last week with a few minutes that we had, and we figured out it's Discord.
Yeah, and it's not that we don't like Discord software. It's a great tool. It's a great thing to connect people to things, because people need actual, you need to actually talk to people rather than just text them
and this morning,
tweet them.
From our test this morning that we did, we figured out it's on his end, not mine. Because what I did was I created a scene in my OBS where it's just my microphone and audio input from Discord. And I recorded it. And then I shared the recording with him, and it was fine.
Yeah. So it's like every second line or third line from Leigh, and I don't know why it happens. It could be a noise gate thing on Discord's end. It could be a noise gate suppression thing on her end. We don't know that. It's just dumb.
My noise gate and everything only works when I have OBS going.
Yeah, so like I said, we're testing this out with this episode because really, what the hell else are we gonna do except stare at a chocobo bobbing its ass in front of us? So it's like,
I mean, not to be throwing people under the bus, but I had to learn about noise gates because a certain someone in my house snores like an angry bear.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks that we figured this out like 2/3 of the way through our playthrough, but I mean, we figured it out, and we're gonna give it a shot. Now, that does mean I actually have to do some actual work, which, you know me, I hate doing work when I'm off the clock because I go to work to do work, and then I go home to not work. But if this ends up helping, it not only helps these videos...
Well, this is a good kind of work.
It helps every video after it, and it's like, plug it into a website and spend 10 seconds doing a thing. So it's like,
and I mean,
can I not spare 10 seconds to do a thing? I can.
It's really not that hard.
I know. I'm making it more out to be that it is because I don't want to edit anything ever in my life, because that's why I don't do, like, I've had people ask me, like, why I do the podcast formats instead of, like, hey, could you do, like, shorter videos with visuals and stuff? I'm like, you do know that you have to actually have actual video, actual, still images and all that stuff. Some people can't even do that shit in a week. Some people take like a month or 2 months to do one episode. And yes, that gets them more views and whatever. That's not an investment that my channel is worth doing, because, like, I'm not going to make any money off this, and I'm taking the path of least resistance. What you're showing me is, hey, I can do the same videos I always do, but give me 30 more seconds to put this in there, and the volume will be up higher, and our audio won't sound like shit, right?
Pretty much.
So, wow, look, sprint shoes. Okay, but I want sneak attack too. Fucking hell. But yes, so we're doing this video as a test because we're pretty much 2/3 of the way through the game. There's only like 3 or 4 actual, like, plot relevant things left, and I have decided that if I have the time to level up and do the finagling against Ruby Weapon and Emerald, I will try. Doesn't mean I'm going to be able to, because it's going to require shit like Knights of the Round and Phoenix and HP Absorb and all that shit. But there's strategies out there, and I mean, we take a week off in between recordings, so it's like, it's doable. And besides, I already have ribbons, so
I mean,
stuff like Ruby Weapon smacking me and turning me into a frog isn't going to kill me.
I know you're not going to be trying to go after the master materias.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna master. I'll master the materias that really need mastering for Ruby and Emerald, but in terms of like trying to master materia, fuck no. I'm lucky I'm leveling up where I am with Mediel, because that's where I'm fighting. But ooh, look at
you got sprint shoes.
They're good.
They increase your
haste,
speed
right?
stat, I think.
Oh. They also do that.
Ooh.
I'm a want that.
Yeah.
Because we can
Yeah.
do this and then come back to the battle arena once I have ultimate weapon. So I'm not worried.
Basically, the GP that you get for your ticket is determined by the value of the item that you win.
And sneak attack would have been nice, but sprint shoes are kind of for 500. I'm getting bolt plume, really? A bolt plume? So yes, we're gonna do this, and then we're get back to other side questy bullshit, and then plot. And once I can get ultimate weapon, like things like Jelnica and whatever, because the story, honestly, is like
I thought it was Gelnica.
80% of the way done. Now that we've done all of the cloud stuff.
Oh, and oh my gosh, Strife hasn't even told you. We figured out the mystery of how to pronounce Cloud's hometown.
Nibelheim.
Yep.
Yeah, you looked that up because I went Nibelheim. I knew about the Heim part. But...
He's been saying Nibelheim this whole time, and I've been saying it that way just because he's been saying it that way. But when I first started playing this game, like way back in I think it was 2000 or 2001 or something, the first time I ever played this game, my natural instinct was to say Nibelheim, and that's how I've always said it. And
it's based on the Norse pronunciation,
German.
Or Scandinavian pronunciations. German, okay.
German.
Okay, which makes sense.
It's Germanic.
Same region. Okay.
Yeah,
because you got stuff like Midgar, Nibelheim, stuff like that.
It's not Nibelheim.
It's Nibelheim. So yes, I did not know that.
And
5. Really?
Yeah, because the item that you won was only worth 5.
Yay, looky, I got a potion.
So basically what it is, because these words are Germanic in origin, it's pronounced Nibelheim and Mount Nibel. Which is what I've always said anyway. What made me question it was hearing Strife say it differently.
Well, that was your first problem, thinking I know everything.
Well, what really got me, though, is you're such a stickler for pronunciation on stuff. I'm sitting here thinking...
Only like if I've heard it like that, and that's the discussion point. Is people want to do the Titus thing? Like, I get it. The official pronunciation for Titus is Titus. I get that people hate it. That's what Square Enix is going with. Whether you like it or don't, that's how it's going to be said.
And
it's
I know
Celeste, not Celis or whatever. It's not Dana. It's Donna because that's how they said it. Even though I think it's Dana.
Yeah.
I go with what the game says, okay? Even if they're wrong, because they're the ones producing it. If they're wrong, like, sure, if you're not a natural speaker, that's one thing, it's fine, it's whatever. The game goes, you're going to be hearing Donna in every fucking cutscene and every fucking thing, and it's easier to just go with what the game is telling you, whether you're wrong or not. That does not mean I'm always right, though. And especially because in these games, we didn't have voice acting for years. We didn't know Titus was Titus. I knew it was Titus because it was Tifa and Titus.
And that's how I learned about Yuffie, because holy shit. I have horror stories about this woman, but my sister used to always say Yuffie, and I'm like...
no!
Yeah, that's how she started pronouncing it, and in my head I'm thinking, I don't know if that's right or not, but I ended up thinking it might be Yuffie, and then all of a sudden Kingdom Hearts comes out and it's Yuffie, and I'm just like, that sounds so fucking cute!
Oh, no.
Ooh, it's the bane of our existence.
Oh no. Okay, so here goes.
Alright.
So really, I only care about hitting.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sprint through the spiral at least.
Oh. So yes,
He's gonna be on your ass the entire time.
Yeah, so again, the Yuffie thing's not so bad because I've listened to anime for 25 years and know the Japanese pronunciations by far. Like stuff like Zhu and Sung and that. Like I would not know Chinese pronunciations if you smack me with a Chinese book.
But I end up watching some Chinese stuff, so that's how I know them.
Yeah, see how close he was to beating me still?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Choco bracelet.
Ooh, Choco bracelet. That's actually a neat item.
We'll see what it... Yeah, it's very neat. Look at that.
You might want to... I was going to say take the item.
I want to load up on BP because there is no guarantee.
GP.
Well, GP because there's no guarantee the battle arena is going to be nice.
Yeah, but there's some things you can only get by doing the battle arena.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I can come back and do this anytime
Oh,
off camera.
I actually sat there and there's a neat little thing that you can do to kind of.
Yeah, Tifa gets a run.
Oh, I love this. Hey, let me race once in a while. That's
Go
so
for it.
cute. Yeah.
Also,
I forgot
this has
that-
no mechanical disadvantage or advantage, but Sid
No.
and Tifa will go for it.
Yeah, sometimes Sid and Tifa will actually butt in and say, hey, I want to race. If they're in your party, they want to have some fun too.
Yeah. But again, Yuffie's different because she's Japanese and you go Japanese and you try to go with what the Japanese are saying. And look, every
Yeah.
game is different and every pronunciation is different. But like, I wouldn't have known Nibelheim because it's not voice acted. And in most cases, the game, like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, have not talked about Nibelheim, so we didn't really have a official pronunciation of it. Maybe in Advent Children, but I haven't played it.
Well, wait a minute. I think in World of Final Fantasy they did because they had Nibelheim in World of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, and I never played that, so.
Oh,
So,
I haven't played it either, but I've watched it.
Yeah. And again, I think everybody's different, and nobody's going to be 100% correct or accurate, and I think it's more. God damn, I'm getting a lot. It's more that if you're. Sorry, I'm trailing off. I said this in an episode before. My process for content or for discussion is not to dissuade or argue with people in a way that makes me sound like I'm an asshole to them. Because if you want to do a thing the way you want to do it, that's your business. It's when you start imposing said belief system on people. Like, I might be a curmudgeon when Leigh comes up with these ideas that says, hey, let's try editing this thing and this thing. And I go for like half a second and think, I don't want to do more work, it's dumb. You know?
Yes, I live with.
But
I put up with this. I know how you are.
Yes, because I was like that when I grew up and having to do dishes. That's how I am. I still do it because I know it's for.
I have 2 kids right now who fight me about doing the dishes.
Yeah, I was that kid.
Yeah, well, you know what? I know how to deal with them fighting me. I know how to deal with you fighting me.
Yeah, and we do it in jokey fashion too.
Yeah.
Like if we were really like at each other's throats, I don't think we would be doing this again.
No.
So it's like, so again, it's like,
Yeah, if you hear us sound like we're arguing, we're playing with each other.
yeah, hopefully, you know, and again, that's what people have to be aware of is. It's easy when we're talking amongst each other because we can hear body language. Well, not body language, but context. It's like being on a phone.
We can hear the tones in each other's voices.
Yes. On a Reddit post or a whatever, like, it's easy to argue. And I have been argumentative with people over stupid shit. But my philosophy with content is I'm doing content that feels good to me, and I think this works. Because we're far ahead of the game, and like, we're weeks ahead, and we're trying to do the best we can, and we're going to try and make it better, and it is what it is. Like, I'm not getting anything out of this other than the enjoyment of doing it, because if I was getting 1,000 subscribers, which I wish I did, but I don't, but I wish I did, but I don't.
Well,
So I'm like, I'm realistic. I say, then what am I
you've
doing
got
this
another
for?
chance to get a Choco bracelet.
So I'm going to take it this time. But again, I think people are toxic in nature
And
because
that's
the internet
why-
allows you to be. And
That's
it's
why I
frustrating.
subscribe to the. That's why I subscribe to the "Don't Feed the Trolls" philosophy. I think it's an.
Ugh.
That's not too good.
Ugh.
I mean, earlier in the game, it probably would have been really good, but not now.
I mean, maybe I could sell it for something. You would think it would have some, like, hidden special.
Yeah, you would
equipment or what.
think, but.
Oh well. I mean, we had to look.
So anyway, Uh, what I was saying was, yeah, I subscribe to Don't Feed the Trolls on the internet. And what I do is if someone says something that I don't agree with, I'll say to them, you know, I won't start a fight with them about it. I'll just say, I may not agree, but I respect your right to have that opinion.
Yeah, and the important thing is, like, if you have a discussion point, and I said this in a couple of Tales of Arise videos when I was trying to find things to talk about, was this content is me playing games I like, or Leigh playing games she likes. We don't play the same games. We don't.
We don't always play the same games. Like, I have yet to see him pick up a game like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, but I play those.
And I'm never going to. They're not my thing, right?
He watches me play them sometimes.
Yeah, I've tried Fantasy Life, and they were fun, but I'm not playing them. I am very, like, oh God, I want that.
Ooh.
Oh God,
I play them because it's a way for me to exercise my creativity. Oh, it's a materia. Lets you counterattack with a magic spell.
Yeah, counter with Knights of the Round. You're dead.
Yep.
But yes, I can beat this game at any time now that I have Knights of the Round. So this is just fun at this point. But you can see where, like, there's always the allure of, hey, we want more numbers, we want more this, we want more money. Because yes, you can make money off this platform. You can make money off lots of platforms. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. My thought process is, once you start doing something that is against type, people will know that you're being disingenuous and you are just trying to chase the money. Like, and if you're honest about it and say, hey, money is good and I like money and please don't hate me for wanting to make money, like, that's life. But if I suddenly start playing God of War or Assassin's Creed, they could be good games. Well, maybe God of War, but not recent Assassin's Creeds. But you can see my point. I have nothing to say about God of War or Assassin's Creed or Resident Evil.
Ooh,
maybe Silent Hill, because I played it
elixir.
once. I want that. But I'm not here playing those games. If I wanted to, I could play Minecraft. I would suck at it, but
I won't even play Minecraft.
Yeah, but
I mean,
this is the stuff I played growing up. This is the stuff that most of the time I know about. I don't know everything about it. There are things that you told me in the Final Fantasy VIII review that I did not know about. But I don't sit there and I go into streams. I remember talking about an instance. There was a guy playing a randomizer of Super Mario RPG. He was playing it and he had, like, 30, 40 viewers, give or take, watching. And we were having fun because it's Super Mario RPG. It's a fun game. Not everybody loves it, but a lot of people do. And
yeah, a lot of people.
Okay, cool. What do you do with a randomizer? We'll try it. Some dude walks in and he says, this game's kind of mid. I don't know. I just never got it. Like, you walked into a stream. You had to search a stream on a game that you did not really particularly like just to discuss with a person that you're kind of not liking this game. He almost went so far as to say you're an idiot for playing it, but he didn't.
Wow.
How does that come across people's minds? That's what I don't understand.
Okay, now I could understand going into a stream that you've been to before and saying something about a game the streamer is playing, because you're there for this. At that point, you're there for the streamer and not necessarily for the game. But if you're sitting there specifically searching up a game that you don't like just to go tell the streamer you don't like it, there's something fucking wrong with you.
Yeah, and this is why years ago, I don't want to get into the conversation, but my main takeaway from that was, if you want to create content, make your own fucking stream. Make your own fucking content. There are millions of people that will either watch or not watch. Do I bitch and moan that I don't have 1,000 views every video? No. I wish I did. That'd be great. And someday I might do that. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I can't control that. But I'm not going to sit here and talk to other people saying, your stuff sucks, you should be doing it this way. Unless it's in a constructive way. Because guess what? People have different ways that they do content and different ways they can do it. Because maybe they have a life. unlike me. Maybe they have kids, unlike me. Maybe they have, tons and tons of money, unlike me, that they can devote to doing things. I don't know.
God, I wish
Everybody
I had
does
tons and
things
tons
different
of money.
ways, right? So,
Right? Yeah.
so it's frustrating to me when it's like, yeah, there's a push-pull. There's a push-pull in this sort of thing where you want to devote the most you can to the thing you want to, and it's important to us that we do it because we want to put the best foot forward. But there's also a point where you have to go, it's not really that important. Like, there's a time and a place to worry about it, and there's a time and a place to just, it is what it is. So when you start becoming an asshole to other people, that's when things like, are you an actual asshole to people? Versus, oh, I'm doing that because it's funny, or I'm doing it because it's self-deprecating. How you come across to people in the heat of a moment really shows what kind of person you are. And I say that in the general sense, right?
Mhm.
I am not the easiest person to get along with personally, but I know enough about people to say, dude, I may not be the best person at the whole talking thing, the words thing, but I'm trying. Oh God, do I try?
I'm gonna tell you a little secret. You've rubbed Barca the wrong way a couple of times. But you know what? I defend you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this something I should be knowing about in public?
No, I mean, a couple of the things that you have said sometimes he's misunderstood. And
Yes, and it is easy to
I've
misunderstand
explained
me
to him,
because
and I have explained to him how he's misunderstanding some of the things that you say, and he accepts that. And I've said to him, that sometimes you're not the most competent when it comes to words.
no,
And
because
now he gets it, and he takes whatever you say with a grain of salt now.
also, if you're wondering, it's because he's almost always there with us in one way or another.
He's my fiance, and I love him.
Oh no,
Yes.
yes.
You poor little guy.
Oh.
You wiped out his stamina. You weren't refilling it.
I was trying to.
Ooh, I think you want another Mega Elixir.
Yeah, but
Yeah, this is a great way to get Mega Elixirs too.
yeah, we'll go over that situation off
Let me
camera.
see, what's she saying now? Amazing. This is the winningest jockey in S rank ever since Joe.
Speaking of words, is winningest a word?
Not that I know of. Good job. Here's a little something from me. Oh, you got it. Ooh. She gave you a lot of little somethings.
Yes. So that's all the stuff we're getting. But yes,
You did the winning streak. Ooh.
Yeah. So I wanted to show that off because let's see how much. No.
Oh, if you're wanting to know, were you about to go in there and see how much BP it'll take you to get the Omni Slash?
No, I know that. I'm looking for Wonder.
Oh.
I went in the wrong one. Because this will tell me how much GP I have. Because I can always go back and race more.
Yeah.
Look at that Chocobo.
That's so cute.
If you want, you can get Gil Plus and I think EXP Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, that is more than enough GP to handle the battle arena. So yes, if you want to,
it only costs 10 GP to do a round in the battle arena.
Yeah, so I should have more than enough, and we'll do that on another episode. But
you're
yes,
gonna have to go in the station to save.
We're gonna try and get the audio to work. If not, we'll just re-record this bit. Hopefully we don't
Oh,
have
look,
to.
the GP guy is there too.
Yep. Oh yeah. Hey, how about it? Change Gil into GP. Okay. I got money.
Yeah, it's only 10,000 to get 100 GP from the dude.
Yeah, that's... Well, it's not like I'm running out of money.
And you can take 5 GP and use the save point if you want, or just wait until you get back to the map and save for free. Either way.
Well, yeah, Yeah, I'm not hurting for GP. But anyway, we'll finagle with the audio, and hopefully it'll work out on our end so that when next time you hear us, it'll be a good quality video. Yay! If not, we'll try again, and we'll just do this from the top. But yes, we've shown off Chocobo racing. We never have to do it again, but it's fun and cool and great. And get a gold Chocobo; they're awesome. So,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
see you guys next time.